How to create product messaging. My name is Charlie Gale and I'm a copywriter here at Product Marketing Alliance. You know that old teaching method, show and tell? Well, when it comes to product messaging, you're going to flip it on its head. Research is a huge part of developing your messaging. As you learn more about the people who'll be using your product, you'll naturally learn more about the companies they work at and be able to refine and target your messaging accordingly. Once you figure out the value of your product and who your target audience is, you can use that information to craft your product messaging, starting with why the consumer should buy your product while demonstrating how your product's features improve their lives and address their specific pain points. Demonstrate your value. Once you've settled on your product's core value, show potential customers what that value looks like in real life. You could use a case study to demonstrate the value your product provides. Many SaaS companies do this using their own products. Take Vidyard, for example. They send personalized videos to interested buyers to demonstrate what their software can do. They also offer a ton of video content to engage with while prospective customers take a wander through their site. If you can't be your own case study, find a group of beta testers who will provide you with honest feedback. Then use that feedback to determine and refine your product message. Research the market and develop buyer personas. Now you've experienced how users gained value from your product, you need to research what type of customer or business will be able to gain similar value. Once you identify who can benefit from your products, draft your buyer and/or user personas and apply that to messaging that resonates based on what you learned in the previous step. Find out how your product can help your personas and ask yourself who will be making the purchasing decision. What will your end user need to convince them to make the purchase? As you learn more about the people who will be using your product, you'll naturally learn more about the companies they work at and be able to refine your ideal customer profile, or ICP, based on the companies that have the most success with your product. Emma Stratton, founder and CEO of Punchy.co, shares her expert insights into using your customers' words to make your message sound more genuine. Authenticity is key to creating effective messaging that builds your brand. No one wants to read dry corporate messaging or bravado. We crave realness. Our favourite brands speak our language. They're human. That's why more and more B2B companies are investing time and resources into brand voice development to strike the right tone with their customers. But there's a quick, low-impact way to get started. Let your customers do the work for you. Steal their language, in the nicest way possible, of course. It's the ultimate shortcut to crafting messaging and resonates with your customer, a cheat code. Add it all together. Once you know the value of your product and who you're trying to market it to, you can use it to craft your product messaging. Start by explaining why a potential customer should buy your solution. This should be spelled out through your product's core value. You then need to explain why they should buy your product specifically, which you'll demonstrate by showing how your product's features and benefits specifically address the customer's pain points. You may need to present your value proposition in a different way, depending on the personas you're addressing, but your core value should always stay the same, even if the benefits you're highlighting change. Getting your product's message out there. Once you have your messaging down, you need to start communicating it to your audience. There are a variety of different ways that you can do this, but one thing you must always keep in mind is how your audience wants to be communicated with. Let's take a look at some of the ways you can do this. One example is actually using SMS marketing or digital marketing. Of course, this is only going to work for those who actually use social media or their phone a lot. Many companies actually have an option on their websites where the customer can opt in to SMS or email marketing. This is a great way to ensure that you're certain of how a customer wants to be communicated. Here, they have the choice of giving you their phone numbers or emails, which you can then input into an automation tool like MailChimp to mass send your product updates and messaging. Staying on the digital marketing side of things, you may like to add a personal touch to your marketing strategy and follow up with your returning customers on social media sites like LinkedIn or Facebook Messenger to thank them for their purchase. Of course, this is only going to work if you're a smaller business, as individual personalised messages wouldn't work with a larger customer base. Keep in mind that as a product marketer, the customer always comes first. Choosing to communicate with your audience in a way that they prefer, and what also works for you, is a great way of making them feel appreciated, ultimately increasing customer retention, brand reputation, and then overall sales. Of course, text and emails are more modern marketing channels, but there are many other ways that you can communicate your product messaging to your audience. For example, in how you convey your product pricing, the design of your product, TV advertisement, and so on. You just need to find what works for you. And finally, consider signing up for our Pro membership plan. You'll find everything you need in our messaging framework and templates to get you off and running.